Our next guest is the head writer and weekend update anchor on Saturday Night Live. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the very funny Seth Meyers. Good to have you with us again.
It's good to be back.
I have some photos here,
yes.
And sometimes I look at them and decide to save them, but they're so provocative. I think I would like to get right to them.
Great.
If you don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
Okay. I don't think I've seen anything quite like this before.
Okay.
What are we looking at there?
Well, the last time I was here, I told you about how my girlfriend's father had a pet goat named Raisin.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And that is Raisin. And what happened was my girlfriend's father was a bit of a local celebrity because he was the guy with a pet goat. You don't see that every day.
Yeah.
Then this summer, big developments in the goat world, another guy in town got a pet goat.
Wow.
And that guy's goat could swim. It was a swimming goat. So in the course of 12 months, Tom went from like, oh, you have a pet goat, that's amazing, to you have a pet goat, can it swim? So,
well, now I know nothing about goats except they have creepy eyes. But other than that, they're not supposed to swim.
Well, you know more than Tom, because in the most predictable outcome, you know, once he started hearing that like non-swimming goats were so summer of 2009, we go down to the beach, and that was the photo you saw of him trying to teach Raisin how to swim, and you can't.
Well, now that looks.
You can't really tell because.
Wait a minute. I think I hear PETA calling now.
You can't really tell that in real life, Tom was exerting every bit of effort, and the goat was exerting like none.
And a crowd of people gathering on the beach?
A crowd of people gathered, and it was like anyone who passed could like understand the psychology of it immediately. There you go. There was a little progress. Although I should point out, most of the progress here is due to the rising tide. The tide had more to do with it. He is not the goat whisperer he thought he was. But people walk by and they go, hey, what's that guy doing? Or like, he's trying to teach his goat how to swim. And they'd be like, oh, because of the other goat? It was like everybody was really sad.
Yeah.
And then he was like a kid who, like, you know when kids are like, hey, I'm gonna do this trick, everybody watch. And then you watch while the kid like can't do the trick. We all kind of watched him for a while and then just went back to doing what we were doing. And then like an hour of that, he came up, was like, did you see? Did you see? And we were like,
but did you ever see the goat that swims?
We did see the swimming goat, and in another interesting development, the guy who had the swimming goat left for the summer, and so Ruby, this swimming goat, moved into Raisin's pen.
Oh my gosh.
And it was a real All About Eve situation.
Yeah.
Raisin was always looking to get Ruby to the top of a set of stairs so he could just push her, give her a goat butt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What a great life. What a colorful existence. Congratulations.
Well, it's my girlfriend's father has the great life. I just visit.
Yes, but to be near, to bask in the glory.
To be near competitive goats.
Yes, exactly. Congratulations on another family issue.
My brother. Pool. Well, my brother's going to be in the Pee Wee Herman show on Broadway.
Well, we got a guy here tonight.
I'm very excited. Heard. He's in for quite a show.
So you and your brother working in the same city. That's great.
It's great, and we haven't been in the same city for a long time, so my parents are coming down on the weekends, and it's great because we watch football, which was a real Meyers family tradition growing up. And another tradition, which is in its 30th year, is the Meyers family football pool, which my dad started when his children were 6 and 4, which is we would pick all the football games.
Right.
And when I tell people that, they're always like, oh, that's horrible. You know, he could have given you a gambling problem. But I've known since I was 6 that I'm terrible at picking football. Because one year, the first year, my dad thought it would be fun if the dog also picked games.
There you go.
So he flipped a coin for the dog, and I think Seattle missed a field goal like late in the season, or else the dog would have won the family pool.
Well, you know, I like stuff like that. Does it continue now?
It continues now, and it's funny because now we email in picks. We have to email it in every Sunday morning, but it was more fun when we'd have to call them in because I remember in college I'd be on the phone, I'd be like, Dallas, New York with the points, Cincinnati, and I'd hang up, and they were like, who's that? I'd be like, that was my dad. But even now, it's like $20 a week. My dad refuses to let us pick the first week unless we send him a check. And I see my parents all the time, and also, like, I'm good for it.
Yeah.
But it's very, and like, I wouldn't be surprised if he just sent a couple guys to my house. Like, not to rough me up, but just to, like, look around and go, like, a lot of nice stuff here. I would hate for anything to fall off the wall.
Yeah, it'd be a shame. something go wrong. But it's a neat thing. But I like the idea that Dad needs the dough up front.
Dad
That's
needs the
pretty
dough
good.
up front. And my mom's the best because my mom is constantly incredulous at outcomes of football games. If it's the opposite, so she'll call up and be like, I guess all of a sudden Drew Brees likes throwing interceptions. It's really
That could be the only
really great.
possible explanation. Well, I like your family, and I kind of like your girlfriend's father.
Yes.
Now here's another provocative photo.
Yeah, I brought a lot of provocative
No
photos.
goats here, my friend.
No goats here.
What is going on?
All right, so that's a picture of me from the September issue of Vogue magazine.
Whoop-de-doo,
Now,
buddy.
I want to point out what happened was they asked me if I wanted to do it, and they were like, we're going to take these photos on park benches, and it's going to be a lot of New Yorkers, like people like Derek Jeter and Mike Bloomberg. And I was like, okay, that's an honor. And like I could fit between them as far as fashion goes.
Yeah.
And then I show up, and it was just like models. And this photo looks like 5 models and like their tax accountant. It was like, well, yeah.
Somebody's got to balance the books.
Someone's got to balance the books, and I was so desperate to try to feel like to pretend like I fit in. And I should say they were really nice to me. Although I am starting to realize they might have thought like I was a charity case, or like a contest winner. But you'll notice at one point they said to one of the models like, "Hey, can you take your top off?"
No.
They did. And the way everybody reacted, I got the sense that happens there all the time.
Yeah.
Because like no one called HR. But I had this moment. Yeah.
So it's you, beautiful women, and one is removing her.
One takes it's Naomi Campbell takes her top off, and we're having a conversation when she does this, and I'm thinking like I can't betray the fact that this is the most awesome thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
I have to act like I've been there before, you
Yeah.
know, like this happens to me all the time. A model take her top off? Yeah,
Whoa.
yesterday.
Wow.
So instead, I made this decision. Instead of looking, I would just make eye contact with her while we talked. And as that went on, I realized that is actually creepier than if I had just looked at what was going on.
Wow.
So I think it's my first and last.
And we led with the swimming goat story.
We did. We did.
This man is Seth Meyers, Saturday Night Live. You can see it live Saturday nights. Good pleasure to see you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.